Fall is finally coming. I cannot believe that I just said that because I am always a summer girly. However, there's something about fall that match my personality. It is my favorite season. I just think that it is the perfect season to enjoy everything. Starting from weather, fashion, perfume, even beauty trends. I love beauty and fashion trends during fall time, and of course, perfumes. So today I'll be talking about my curated fall perfume tray. Now, I will only be talking about 12 fragrances because I actually had 18. I'm gonna make 2 videos for my fall recommendations. So today I'll be talking about niche perfumes, and sometime next week I'll be talking about, of course, Middle Eastern fall recommendations. It's going to be a long one, so let's start my fall in a bottle recommendations. Okay, first up is a new perfume in my collection that blew me away. Okay, and to say that I am blown away, it's because this perfume is really, really good. And this is called Tales of Amber from Goldfield and Banks. This is their newest release. And guys, when I received this fragrance from Raffinad Perfumery, I didn't know what to expect as I haven't seen any reviews about it yet the day that I received it. If you follow me on TikTok, you know that I unboxed it with you guys and I told you that it was love at first sniff. Now, let me read you the notes. So this has moss, orange blossom, orris, cinnamon, musk, labdanum, agarwood, oh my god, it's so good, oud, ambergris, vanilla, and labdanum. So it sounded already very resinous, right? And to me, fall is all about cozy, resinous, and unisex scents. And basically, that's what Tales of Amber smells like, with a prominent lipstick. And guys, the lipstick scent is perfection. Really, I am into lipstick scented fragrances, and I have a couple of them in my collection. I think Tales of Amber and Lipstick Rose by Frederic Malle are the best lipstick scents that I have in my collection. This fragrance opens up mossy and a little bit suede. The orris in here is done into perfection. For me to love orris, it has to be something. And the way orris is blended perfectly with the agarwood, ambergris, and labdanum in here is just so beautiful. I absolutely love this fragrance. At first, I thought that this is masculine leaning, but after full day wear test, and I have used this fragrance twice already, I realized that it is actually unisex. The final dry down is warm, spicy, resinous amber with that expensive smelling lipstick nuance in the background. I think this might be my favorite perfume from Goldfield and Banks, and they really nailed it, guys. I think if you are a lover of lipstick scents, you have to check out Tales of Amber. Imagine powdery lipstick, resinous, deep and dark amber labdanum combo that smells luxurious and sexy. Yes, it has that femme fatale vibes. I think this is one of the best releases this year. Yep. That's how much I adore it. And yeah, you should check it out. I think Raffinad's website carries sample of Tales of Amber, so you can test it out first and yeah, thank me later. Performance is 10 out of 10, lasts more than 8 hours, and projection is quite beastly for the first 2 hours until it becomes moderate. Highly recommend it if the sound of a sexy lipstick, amber, and labdanum combo sounds appealing to you. Once again, Tales of Amber by Goldfield and Banks. Okay, next up is the coziest of all the fragrances that I have in today's video. And this is part of my top 10 for life because fall smells like Bourbon Brulee by Ledda. Now, I've talked about this fragrance many times already in my channel. This is tonka bean, plum, coconut, bourbon vanilla, and caramel combo that just smells so addictive. This is a fluffy, creamy coconut and boozy scent done into perfection. I love how the caramel is done in here because it just sweetened up this fragrance to perfection as well. Plus, it feels very fluffy. It smells like s'mores, caramel bars, and whiskey. Yeah, very warm and cozy semi-gourmand scent that I absolutely recommend. Ledda fragrances, by the way, are very reasonably priced. They are under $80, I think, and they ship worldwide. I highly recommend you checking this fragrance, guys. Absolutely amazing. Longevity and projection are moderate. This fragrance lasts on me around 4 to 6 hours. Once again, Bourbon Brulee by Ledda. Right, next up is Majaina Sin by the Different Company, another reasonably priced niche fragrance. And guys, this fragrance as well is super cozy, boozy, and creamy. This opens up with bitter orange and ginger. So having said that, very fresh. And while it dries down, it somehow gives you this cozy feeling coming from the chestnut, cinnamon, vanilla, tonka bean, and amber. I think this is a perfect transition to fall scent. Vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, chestnut, cinnamon, and bitter orange are the main notes that I am getting out of this fragrance. Super cozy, guys. This reminds me of the color change of the leaves during fall time. This is from the brand called The Different Company. I just discovered this brand this year, and Majaina Sin is my favorite out of their collection because I think this is the most likable and at the same time most wearable and creamiest out of all. And if you know me, you know that I am into creamy, cozy fragrances. Yeah, especially during fall time. And yeah, Majaina Sin has moderate longevity and projection, which to me is perfect, not complaining, because with this kind of cozy scent, it has to be just moderate when it comes to projection. And yeah, I just love this fragrance, okay? This is not just a like, this is a love. I will say all of the perfumes that I'm going to talk about today are big loves for me. Yeah, once again, Majaina Sin is the sound of a creamy vanilla latte with an orange garnish sounds appealing to you. Next up is another cozy fragrance that I'm so excited to wear this fall time because I haven't worn this fragrance for a while, and this is Creme de Cuir by BDK. Now, this fragrance is a smooth suede, pineapple, sandalwood, cashmeran, vanilla, and musk combo that to me smells like the perfect fragrance to wear when it's foggy outside. This is giving cozy and at the same time quiet luxury. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna describe this fragrance. The pineapple is just in the background. This is mainly suede, creamy sandalwood, cashmeran, vanilla, and pepper scent that smells absolutely divine. In my opinion, this is one of BDK's best, and it is really an underrated fragrance from the brand. I love the pineapple nuance in the background because it gave this fragrance uniqueness. I own around 400 bottles and have tried maybe like 1,000 already, and I cannot think of another fragrance that smells like Creme de Cuir. I think if the sound of pepper, creamy sandalwood, and clean smelling suede sounds appealing to you, I highly recommend you Creme de Cuir. Or I will just say, if you're a fan of sandalwood and you collect sandalwood fragrances in your collection, you must check out Creme de Cuir because this is very unique sandalwood fragrance. And yeah, I think it is the pineapple nuance in the background that gave it that uniqueness. And yeah, I find this fragrance unisex. Longevity and projection, I will say, are moderate. Let's say it lasted me around 4 to 7 hours. It lasts longer on clothes than on skin. All right, next up is another cozy gourmand, and this is called Tonka Latte by Dusita. Now, as the name suggests, it smells like a Tonka latte. I will say that this is very similar to Bianco latte. However, instead of vanilla cake, this is more of like a fluffy Tonka. It definitely smells like a Tonka latte. If Bianco latte is your vanilla gourmand girly, Tonka latte is your cozy Tonka girl. I think I've smelled like hundreds of Bianco latte versions and twists, and Tonka latte is my favorite version of it. I love the addition of white chocolate and how the milk and caramel are intensified in here. I would say these two have something common in them. It makes you feel like you are sipping a latte in your favorite coffee shop. That's the vibe of Tonka latte. Imagine Tonka latte with an addition of white chocolate. Absolutely cozy and addictive. This is one of the standout fragrances to me when I was in Exans. I truly enjoyed this fragrance. I got mine as well from Raffinad. Raffinad carries Dusita as well. So in case you want a sample or you want to buy a full bottle, check out Raffinad's website. This is so delicious. This smells like a vanilla latte with a melted white chocolate. So warm, so cozy, and so addictive. Highly recommend it, guys. When it comes to longevity and projection, ooh, it stays forever on clothes, and I would say on skin, let's say 4 to 6 hours, and it has moderate projection. Once again, Tonka Latte by Dusita, and I find this fragrance feminine leaning. Now, during fall time, it's the time to take out my woody fragrances as well. And since Lisbo was in my last year's fall perfume tray, this year, the woody scent that I choose to be on my perfume tray is Whisphers in the Library. This fragrance is so underrated, in my opinion. A very luxurious smelling, woody, peppery, vanilla scent that I know a lot of you will love. This definitely smells like fall in a bottle. The name of the fragrance is perfect to describe this fragrance because this is giving antique library with a luxurious vibe. I can imagine pages of books and the smell of antique woods. I absolutely love this fragrance. I haven't worn it for a long time, and now that I'm smelling it again, I'm wondering why I didn't wear it. Final dry down, I will say, is very woody and vanillic, a very likable scent. If you love unisex, woody perfumes, you will love this fragrance. Yeah, I cannot wait to rock this fragrance once again. Longevity and projection are very good. This on me lasts above average, let's say 5 to 7 hours, and moderate projection. Once again, Whisphers in the Library, and I find this fragrance unisex. All right, next up is one of my favorite scent profile combo, cocoa, coffee, and powdery iris. Iris Cartagena by Bon Perfumer. I love how the bitterness of the cacao played with the vegetal and buttery iris in here. I find it so sexy and addictive without even trying. This is kind of like a dark fragrance, giving the vibe of, yes, I am charming and alluring, but low-key about it. Yeah, if I smell this on someone, I won't stop sniffing that person. Yeah, that's how addictive Iris Cartagena is. This is my favorite Bon Parfumeur perfume. I won't categorize this as a full-on gourmand, but more of like a semi-gourmand if you love cacao, iris, and coffee in fragrances. This will be your favorite scent ever as well. Yeah, iris, coffee, and cacao or chocolate are my favorite notes in fragrances. So Iris Cartagena is such a big winner for me. Just keep in mind that this opens up quite differently because it is boozy and at the same time green in the opening. It is because of the Rhum and Petit Gras that is in here. However, as it dries down, the buttery iris, bitter cacao, and coffee picks through, and yeah, you will just be left with this addictive scent that I just adore. I find this fragrance as well very unique. I haven't smelled anything like it. So yeah, because of that, I truly love Iris Cartagena. And yeah, I think that this is a perfect fall in a bottle as well. When it comes to longevity and projection, on me, this lasts the whole day and it stays longer on clothes with a moderate projection. Once again, Iris Cartagena by Bon Parfumeur. Next up is another woody fragrance, but with an aromatic touch. If I have to choose one signature scent this fall, I think I will choose Espiritu by the House of Bo. Now, I have tried 4 fragrances from House of Bo, and out of the 4 fragrances that I've tried from them, Espiritu is my favorite. This smells like quiet luxury to me. An aromatic leather and woody scent that I just adore. I love how fresh and aromatic it opens up. The rose in here gave this fragrance that slight feminine touch. The oak moss, tobacco leaf, and leather grounded this fragrance into perfection. Now, every time I see leather and oak moss combo in a fragrance, I notice that I love it if it's done well. Spiritu is just perfection. I love how the sage gave this fragrance freshness and aromatic vibes. The labdanum gave this fragrance warmth. I would say this is quite giving the same vibes of Tales of Amber. So having said that, these 2 quiet luxury fragrances, I absolutely love them. And I think this has Palo Santo as well. Like, I know that it is not really sandalwood because there's something creamy, woody about it, but at the same time, incensey. And I love that. I will definitely get a full bottle of Espiritu once I finish this 10 ml. And yeah, I love how incensey, woody, and aromatic it smells like. This to me is something that I will call as my fall signature scent, if ever. Longevity and projection are amazing. Lasts on me more than average, 5 to 7 hours, and it stays forever on clothes. When it comes to projection, it is strong for the first 2 hours until it becomes moderate. And I find this fragrance unisex as well. Once again, Espiritu by House of Bo. Next fragrance is Mossland by Neydo. Now, this is another fall in a bottle scent, but this time focusing more on the oak moss, juniper berries, and cypress. This is in my top 3 favorites from Neydo. The color of the bottle is the vibe that you will get out of this fragrance. Very mossy, fresh, and at the same time, mysterious. This is giving vampy and foresty vibes. I can imagine Bella rocking this fragrance as her signature scent. I love how the moss is blended so well with the ambergris and cloves in here. I won't really consider it as a warm, spicy fragrance. This is a mysterious, green, mossy, and woody scent that I just cannot wait to wear this fall time. I don't think I have another perfume in my collection that smells like Mossland. When I say green, I mean like dark, mossy green, okay? Foresty kind of green. And I think if you love the idea of a mysterious, mossy, and woody fragrance, I highly recommend you Mossland. This smells very niche and it has a very reasonable price, guys. Neydo is a niche brand from France. Their fragrances are all inspired by actual dreams. So very cool concept. I find this fragrance unisex as well. Okay, next fragrance is another mysterious, woody, fresh scent. Flux by Andrea Maack. Now, I'm so happy that I will be finally rocking this fragrance because this to me is a fall scent. This opens up with blueberry, mint, and cardamom. So imagine warm, spicy, fruity at the same time. And then as it dries down, it starts to smell foresty, green, and woody. I love the mint in this fragrance because it gave it a different kind of freshness. It's contrasted by the spicy cardamom and fruity blueberries. This is another fall fragrance that is very unique. This to me smells like the month of November. Imagine picking up blueberries and mint while in a damp forest. That's how Flux smells like. I adore this fragrance and I cannot wait to rock it this time of the year. Longevity and projection are eternal. This is a very long-lasting perfume, especially on clothes. I highly recommend it if you love woody and foresty green scents. I will say Mossland and Flux, they have the same vibes. Very dark, mysterious, and sexy in my opinion. Once again, Flux by Andrea Maack. Next up is a date night fragrance, and this is called Van P. Rhum by Lorenzo Pazzaglia. Now, Lorenzo Pazzaglia has so many hype fragrances, but in my opinion, Van P. Rhum is their best. This has like 4 types of vanilla plus an added rum, caramel, patchouli, and agarwood. This is so sexy. I can definitely smell like chocolate, oud, and caramel in here, plus some booziness coming from the rum. I mentioned Espiritu as my signature scent during fall, and I think Van P. Rhum will be my signature night scent this fall time. This is so addictive, sexy, alluring. If you love patchouli that almost smells like chocolate, you're gonna love this fragrance. This has an overdose of vanilla and caramel that gave it a thick texture. It is a beast mode fragrance. You will definitely be smelled, and the name of the fragrance is perfect. This smells like a perfume that a vampire will use. Now that I'm smelling it, I feel like spraying myself with it, but my scent of the day is the last perfume. So yeah, anyway guys, Van P. Rhum. I also got this fragrance from Raffinad, and if you want to sample it first, I highly recommend Raffinad's website. Van P. Rhum, an intoxicating, sexy vanilla, rum, and patchouli combo. This smells like Joanna in a bottle as well. During fall at nighttime. Once again, Van P. Rhum by Lorenzo Pazzaglia. And last but not the least is Double Attack by Mind Games. Now, I mentioned this is my scent of the day, and now let me just top it off. So good. So this has orange pimento oil, pink pepper, agave, cinnamon, geranium, dark chocolate, vetiver, and sandalwood. Guys, this is an intoxicating, warm, spicy, peppery chocolate scent. I love the bitter orange in the opening because it actually stays the entire wear time, but it's just in the background. This is mainly dark chocolate, creamy sandalwood, vetiver, and geranium. So having said that, it's a little bit green as well. The main note of this fragrance is dark chocolate. So if you are into chocolate notes, I highly recommend you checking out Double Attack. This is a sexy, spicy chocolate fragrance that smells fantastic, and I think it's a perfect fall fragrance. Imagine drinking a milk chocolate with dark chocolate powder on top and a slice of orange. That's how Double Attack smells like. This is a very unisex chocolate scent, you know, something just in between. One of my favorites from Mind Games as well. I won't consider this as a cozy chocolate fragrance though, but more of like a sexy, alluring, and mysterious nighttime fall fragrance. This lasts around 6 to 8 hours with moderate projection. Once again, Double Attack by Mind Games. Alright, so that is the video for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed as I really curated the selection for today's video. This will be my actual perfumes on my fall tray. And yeah, how do you find it? Let me know if you have some favorites out of my fall favorites. And if you have any recommendations, of course, leave them in the comments down below. Once again, thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you on my next one. Bye!